So now it is enough to solve these two new equations. Suppose two equations are given, their coefficients are not equal, and we have to modify both equations. For example, first equation is 2x plus 3y is equal to 13, and second equation is 3x plus 5y is equal to 21. Okay, so here look, number 1 and number 2. Here the coefficients of x terms are 2 and 3, they are not equal. Y terms are 3 and 5, they are not equal. And here 2 is not a multiple of 3, 3 is not a multiple of 2, and 3 and 5 are not multiples of each other. Okay, so here what you have to do is you want to modify both equations. You can change the x coefficients into one equal number, or you change the y coefficients into equal number. You have to modify both equations. So better if you multiply the equation number 1 by you can take this coefficient. Okay, this 3 you take and multiply the first equation. So 3 times equation number 1 you do. So what will happen? 3 times equation number 1.
6x plus 9y equal
6x plus 9y is equal to 39. And this 2 times equation number 3 you do. So equation number 2. 2 times equation number 2. 2 times equation number
6x plus 10y
6x
equal
plus
to
10y is equal to
10y equal to 42.
42. Now what happened? We got two equation. Equation number 3 and equation number 4. Here equation number 3 is same as equation number 1, and equation number 4 is same as equation number 2. So now it is enough to solve these two new equations. Okay, but in the new two equations, the coefficients of x terms are equal, 6x, and here also 6x. So by subtraction, we will get we can reduce the equations into equation in single variable. Okay, so here 3 minus 4 or 4 minus 3, which is better?
4 minus 3.
4 minus 3, yes, good. 4 minus 3, what will you get if you subtract 3 from 4? The x term will be 0, right? 6x minus 6x will be 0. Then
y equal to 3.
Yes, 10y minus 9y is simply y. It's equal to 42 minus 39. 42 minus 39 is
3.
Simply 3. Okay, simply 3. So we got y value. Y is equal to 3. Substitute this y value in one of the equation. Better you put in equation number 1. Now 1 in y, 1 will become what? 2x plus 3 times 3. Y is 3, right? It's equal to 13. The equation number 1 will become like this if you put y is equal to 3. Okay. So next step, what's 2x is equal to? 2x is equal to 3. Yes. 3 into 3, 9. You shift it to right side. So 13 minus 9.
Minus 9.
Yes. 2x is equal to 4. So x is equal to 4 by 2. That is equal to 2. So the solution is
2.
Yes. 2 comma
3.
So 2 comma 3 is the solution. Okay. So this is the third type. In third type, what's the problem? Here the x coefficients are not equal, y coefficients are not equal. But here if you adjust only one equation, we cannot make the coefficients equal, because they are not multiples. So 2 is not a multiple of 3, 3 is not a multiple of 2. And again, for y coefficients, 3 and y are, there's a term in mathematics, they are relatively prime. We can say so. The 3 and 5 are relatively prime. There's no common factors, okay, for these two numbers except 1. Okay. In such pair of equations, we want to modify both given equation in such a way that the new two equation should have one variable with same coefficient. So best idea is, suppose you target on x terms, you multiply the first equation by the coefficient of the x term of the second equation, that is 3. So you get one equation, and multiply the second equation by the coefficient of x term of first equation. So this is one method. Another method, if you target on y, so how we can make quotients of y terms equal? How we can make the quotients of y terms equal?
We first
Make
term
it
multiply
15,
with
right,
the
sir?
5.
First equation multiply with
5.
5. So 5 into equation number 1. So how will come?
10x
10x plus
10x
plus
plus
15y
15y
15y.
is equal to 65. Okay, and this is equation number 3. And the second equation, by what number you have to multiply? 3.
3.
So 3 times equation number 2. What will you get?
9x plus
9x plus
15y equal
15y is equal
to
to
63.
63.
63.
So this is equation number 4.
63.
So now look here, 15y. If you subtract, the y terms will be removed. Okay. So this is the method here. This is the method here. So you simply subtract them. 4 minus 3 or 3 minus 4, which is better here?
3 minus 4.
3 minus
3
4.
minus
So I don't show here because you will get the same solution to 2, 3. So this is also possible. You can either equalize the quotients of y term or x terms, then subtract. Sometimes suppose the sign is minus here, the constant term also will change, then you may have to add after the changing equation to remove the quotients. Okay, so keep this an idea in your mind. We will discuss one problem solved in textbook. This problem is already solved in textbook. I just to read this, I will make how the equations comes. Okay, so the question is like this. Example 11. The ratios of incomes of two persons is 9:7. Okay, the incomes of two persons are in the ratio 9:7, and the ratio of their expenditures are in the ratio 4:3. So the first person has more income and his expenditure is more, and both of them manages to save rupees 2,000 per month. After the expenditure, what they remain with their hand is 2,000 rupees each, both of them. Okay, so find their monthly income. The question is to find their monthly incomes. So two statements are given. The relation between their incomes, the ratios are given, and their expenditure is also given. So from 9:7, we can take that their incomes are 9x and 7x, and the expenditures you can choose as 4y and 3y. So what remains? So if you subtract the expenditure from income, you want to get 2,000 because both of them have the balance amount 2,000 after every month. Okay, so for the first person, from his income, that is 9x, minus his expenditure, that is 4y, if you subtract, you will get 2,000. So first equation is ready. A second equation, for the second person, his income is 7x and his expenditure is 3y. So 7x minus 3y is 2,000. So now we got the pair of equations. Now what you have to do is here compare the coefficients. 9 and 7, they are not equal. And the coefficients of y terms are 4 and 3. They are not equal. So the method is you want to rewrite the given equations. Okay, so we are equalizing the coefficients of y terms. The coefficients of y term, we target on coefficients of y terms. So we multiplied the first equation by coefficient of y of the second equation, that is 3. So you'll get a new equation like this, right? 3 times 9x is 27x. 3 times minus 4y is minus 12y. And 3 times 2,000 is 6,000. Okay, and after that, you multiply the second equation by 4. Okay, so what will you get? 4 times 7x is 28x, and 4 times minus 3y is minus 12y, and 4 times 2,000 is 8,000. Okay, now we got two new equations. We give names as 3 and 4. So what will happen if you subtract from one the other? Y terms will be removed, right? Because their coefficients are equal, minus 12, and here also minus 12. So if you subtract same quantities, the result will be 0. So y term will be 0. So you can do 3 minus 4 or 4 minus 3, no problem. But better you subtract the smaller from the larger. So here you can see the 4 minus 3 is done here. If you do 4 minus 3, 28x minus 27x will be simply x. Then 8000 minus 6000 will be 2000. So we will get x is equal to 2000. X is equal to 2000. Now substitute this value here. Okay, 9x is the income of the first person. So now 9 times 2000 will be 18,000. 18,000 will be the income of the first person, and 7x, 7 into 2000 will be the income of the second person. So we got that, and we can get the answers like so. Okay, so 18,000 and 14,000 are the incomes of these two persons. Okay, and another problem, the second problem here. This is equations are directly given. You simply multiply first equation by 2. You can make the quotients equal. Okay, after you multiply the first equation by 2, you will get same equation. And not same equation, the constant terms different, but the x terms and y terms are equal. Okay, so if you subtract, what we'll get is, you will get a false statement. For substitution method, we have studied some statements, right? Some rules, right? If we end with a equation without variable, and if the statement is wrong, the equations are inconsistent. There's no solution. If the statement is true, then we can say the given equations are dependent, and there will be infinite number of solutions. Okay, those rules are same. Okay, after elimination, if we reach in a statement without variable, okay, so there are two chances. If the statement is true, then the graph is dependent. If the statement is not true, then there's no solution and the graphs are inconsistent. Okay, then the last question solved in textbook is the sum of a 2-digit number and the number obtained by revising the digit is 66. Almost similar questions you have discussed in 8th standard. Okay, sum of a 2-digit number and the number obtained by reversing the digits is 66. If the digit of the number differ by 2, find the number. How many such numbers are there? And this is the question. Now you can take the first number as 10x plus y. You know how the general form of a 2-digit number. General form of a 2-digit number is always like this: 10x plus y. If their digits are x and y, right? So you choose first number, given 2-digit number as 10x plus y. If you reverse this number, what will you get? 10y plus x, right? Okay, so I show here. Suppose the first number is 36. So suppose the 2-digit number is 36. We can write this as 10 into 3 plus 6, right? 10 into 3 plus 6 is 36. And if you reverse the number, what will come? 10 times 6 plus 3, right? 10 times 6 plus 3 is what? 63, the reverse number, right? And this is the general form of a 2-digit number. 2-digit number, 10 times the digit in the tens place plus digit in the ones place. So you know how to split a given number according to the place values. Okay, the digit in the tens place multiplied by 10 and add the digit in the ones place. That's the standard form. Okay, so you'll get to 36. And if you reverse, what will happen? The digit in the one place will come in the place of tens place. So 10 times 6 plus 3 will be the reverse number, that is 63. So if you take the digits as x and y, suppose xy, we cannot write like this, there's some problem, not x into y. So you got this idea, the reverse is 10x plus y, the reverse is 10y plus x. And the first equation is, if you add these two, number and its reverse, you will get 66. So you will get one equation. And the another equation given is that the digits, the difference of the digit is 2. So that means the y minus x is equal to 2. So these two are the given equations. So from these two, you can solve very simply. If you add, the x terms will be cancelled. If you subtract, there's another chance the y terms can be cancelled.